All right, welcome in everybody. Dike-New Hartford baseball, final home game of the year. Wolverines going to welcome the Dons from Don Bosco in. Talking a little bit about, talking a little bit about the JV game. If you missed the JV game or I got cut out through most of those interviews, I do apologize. We had a really good one with Coach Martin and then a really good interview with Coach Scott Conley as well, which I'm guaranteed didn't make it on, and we didn't want to drag him back up here. So, no. And tonight, again, the Dons coming into town. Wolverines coming off the only game they played since we were on last in that Williamsburg game was against AGWSR last Thursday. Wolverines went over there. Gavin Gerbrock got the start and the win in a shortened game. Wolverines win that one in 4, 16-0.
Yeah, that's one of those games that it's a good confidence builder, I guess you want to say, after a pair loss to Columbus and then ugly loss against Williamsburg.
Well, and Gerbrock, 4 innings pitched, only gave up 3 hits, only gave up 1 walk, and got 3 Ks on the night. So while not, won't say overly dominating, but he did dominate. I mean, he looked really good against his former classmates, as that's where he came from. But the Wolverines put up 12 hits of their own, had 10 walks, one player hit by a pitch twice, and McCumber got one in the ribs and one in the back. And then and the Wolverines were 5 for 5 on stolen bases on the night.
Yeah, good job for the Wolverines on that. Just unfortunate for Cole. It just seems like that catcher spot always is the one that gets the award for being hit the most.
Yep. Well, and like I said, so again, looking at tonight's game, Don Bosco comes in here 20-7 on the year, 12-2 in the Iowa Star North. Is 1A, but they did win that conference, their side of the conference this year. Wolverines 13-10, 7-5 in the NICL Central, good for second place. And again, as we talked about, what we expect tonight. It is cooler, a little bit of a breeze. We've had some rain here early on, so I don't think we expect any more, but weather could cause a little bit of concern here for the Wolverines and the Dons.
Yeah, you live in Iowa, you never know what to expect. So.
Well, and so again, Wolverines are going to look to build on that 16-0 win against AGWSR. Really looked good that night in doing that. For me, keys really for the Wolverines to lock in. You got to stay focused. Obviously, we know only 2 games this week, a little bit easier schedule on the Wolverines. Score, obviously, and then play clean. I think we talk about that every time.
Yep. Well, and you talk about Don Bosco baseball. They're one of the teams that handed Mason City Newman a loss. They have a batter in Landon Frost. The bat's .459, leads the team in home runs, tied for the team lead in RBIs. This is a team that only struck out as a team 150 times in the year, Joe. So they come up and they look to hit the ball. They don't walk a whole lot.
Well, and you're right. And then 69 of those out of 3 were in 3 players of those 150. So this is not a team that strikes out a lot. Costello's going to have his work cut out for him here tonight. The Wolverines' defense is as well. Again, so just mentioning Costello, he's getting a start tonight. I know Coach is planning on this being his last outing before tournament play in a week from tomorrow night. But we'll have to see how things go tonight and see how long he's able to go. Yeah. So he is my player to watch tonight, as he did struggle a little bit during the Columbus game. They hit him pretty good, so we'll look to see how he handles these Don Bosco bats tonight.
Yeah, he really has to start off well and find that strike zone and pinpoint it well against these good Don Bosco hitters.
Well, and again, like you said, Don Bosco, Frost leads his team at a .459 hitter, Canuck at .397, and Reginald at .307. So, and then Kimball at .304. So they got 4 hitters in that 300 range.
Yeah.
Here tonight. So again, like you said, Cole McCumber behind the plate, going to have his work cut out for him, calling this game, and Costello on the mound. The Wolverine fielders have not committed a lot of errors lately. So looking to keep that trend going and stay clean.
Yeah, let's not do the jinx whole thing on that, but but a good test for Costello. You're going to start the district postseason, and you're going to be facing some good teams. So why not face a Don Bosco team that's a very good team?
Well, and it just works out the way this schedule works out. It just works out really well that the that he can throw tonight against this team and then still have a week plus off
Yes.
to get ready for that first round game that the Wolverines will play.
I think we're waiting on the
Just
umpires.
waiting on the umpires to get here, and then we'll be ready to roll.
Yep.
And Brad, kind of talking about that, we're going to see David Schmitz Jr. here on the mound tonight. 5 starts on the year. Does have 12 appearances though out of the 7 out of the pen. 3-2 on the season. Only thrown 36 innings in those 12 appearances. Has thrown 574 pitches, so he does go about 48 an outing. His last outing before this, he threw 84 6 days ago in their game. Teams are hitting 273 against him. He's given up 26 runs, and he's walked 20 guys and struck out 28. Again, this Don Bosco team, outside of these top 4 pitchers, they don't have a lot of strikeouts. They don't have, and you got 4 guys that really see the start for them.
Yep. And you mentioned them, and it's, they have their top 4 pitchers, and we mentioned it with their game. They have a busy week. They have tournament play starting Saturday, so we'll see how much we get to see everybody tonight for the Dons.
If I had to guess, I'm gonna guess Schmitz, because Schmitz could go the whole game if he can keep his pitch count down, and if he hits pitch limit, he can still come back and throw on Saturday for them. So not a huge decision there as far as pitches, unless you're trying to save arms.
Yep, exactly right. I will run through the Don Bosco lineup. Batting first, playing center field, Cole Frost. Batting second, first baseman, Caden Canuck. Batting third, Landon Frost, the shortstop. Batting fourth, Andrew Kimball, the second baseman. Batting fifth, Peyton Reginald, the right fielder. Batting sixth, doing the DH, and is Kyler Silas. And he's going to be batting for Kanan Delagardelle in left field. Batting seventh, David Schmitz, the pitcher. Batting eighth, Tucker Youngblood, the catcher. And batting ninth, Jaron Laver, the third baseman.
Well, and this team, we talked about it, I won't say top heavy, because really your top, just about, you've got almost everybody hitting 200 or over, and
Yep.
You've got quite a few high 200s into the 300s. So this is a team that, again, we don't know what we'll see. This is a team that hits the ball, doesn't strike out a lot, so expect them to put the ball in play. Again, as we talked about, going to be tough on Costello to make sure he keeps that ball in the strike zone, but not too good.
Yep.
And the Wolverines back him up.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit in the JV game, the rain that we've gotten. The ball's going to skip, and you got to plant cleanly, so the outfielders could be a little bit of a challenge. Anything hitting the grass, you got to field it cleanly and come up with it. Don't allow any extra bases.
Well, and you're right, and that's going to be the big thing. The other thing I think for us to look at here, Brad, is the fact that the Wolverine, this infield tends to be fairly slow, and now with it a little bit wet, we've seen it really slow that ball down and make it tough on those infielders.
Yeah. So, good thing. The Wolverines really have to be locked in on their fielding tonight.
Well, and the Wolverine lineup is not much different than what we've seen.
No.
Again, I'll let you run through that, and we can talk a little bit about the group.
All right. Batting first, playing second base, Ryan Gudgeon. Batting second, Colin Meester playing shortstop. Batting third, Carson Costello doing the pitching. Batting fourth, Lou Texter at first base. Batting fifth, Keegan Bolus in right field. Batting sixth, Michael Walston in center field. Batting seventh, Gavin Jabrock in left field. Batting eighth, Cole McCumber doing the catching. And batting ninth, rounding out the lineup, is Connor Dancer, the third baseman.
Well, and we're talking about that lineup. Honestly, everybody in that lineup is batting 217 or above, and everybody but McCumber is batting 271 or above.
Yeah.
Everybody in that starting lineup is batting 300 basically. You've got Costello at 388, Walston at 359, Texter at 358, Bolus at 350, Meester at 348, Gudgeon at 338, and Dancer's worked his way up to 310.
Yeah. So, we always talk about that bottom person. We got to get that order flipped over to get back to the top of the order. So, and Dancer's the right person to do so.
And he's been doing it the rest of the year. So, an excellent job here as we're going to get the Wolverine lineup. We'll talk a little bit here. Costello, 5 starts, 4-2 on the year. It must be 6 starts. 7th start, I'm guessing, tonight. 4-2 on the year. Got only given up 5 earned runs. Only 12 walks and 50 strikeouts. So here again, this is as we talked about. He hasn't hit a batter. Again, the little things here as we get going, we just got to stay positive on it.
Yeah, we really do. So, yeah, and no better person to be on the mound for tonight. You know, than Costello. Get him that feel. Facing one of those better teams that he's going to be facing if he's thrown in that postseason.
Well, and Martin said it, he's not on a pitch count, but you don't want to wear him completely out knowing you've got him, you got a week, but have to see how things work out.
Yep. Right now we'll have the national anthem and we'll be ready for baseball.
Coached by head coach Jordan Martin, assisted by Royce Burns and Cody Woodley. Tonight's umpires are Logan Burke and Dan Klein. Without the efforts of these individuals, high school athletics would not be possible. Dike-New Hartford would like to thank them for the work they do and their partnership with high school athletics. Please join us in giving these officials a round of applause for all they do. And now at this time, if you would stand, remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem.
All right, national anthem is over with. Costello going to take the mound here to start this for the Wolverines. Going to see some quality hitters here in this lineup.
He really is. I mean, no slouches at bat. So, you know, they do have a few kids with double-digit strikeouts. You just got to, pinpoint it and get them to swing at something out of the zone or blow it by them.
Well, and that's going to be the big thing is recognizing where you get to that lineup. The guys who don't strike out very much, those are guys that are going to put the ball in play pretty much wherever you throw it.
Yep.
If it's close, they're going to put it in play. I mean, you've got Youngblood's only got 1 strikeout on the year. We talked about Landon Frost with only 6, and Jackson Parker with only 7. So just a team that is going to put the ball in play. You've got to get ready for that. And honestly, Frost leading this one off is going to steal a lot of bases when he gets on.
Yeah.
We saw that in the JV game with how aggressive the Dons are. So
they're really going to test the arm of Cole McCumber tonight, and Cole has to be ready for that. So, throw him down there. He's a senior. He knows it. Yeah.
Well, and so we're getting ready to go here. Wolverines and Dons. What's been a high-end 2A and a high-end 1A team here over the last few years.
Yeah, you talk about they came out of the Iowa Star Conference and a good conference, but one of those teams that really dominates every sport. When you talk about Don Bosco, you talk about wrestling, you talk about football and that kind of stuff. Not much gets said about baseball, but they're dang good at baseball.
And
also.
They challenge every year. I mean, this is a group that challenges in that conference every year. They're built to have a good season, every season. So usually got 4 or 5 good pitchers. Again, we talked about they got four quality pitchers here, and they're going to put a lot of pressure on you. So Wolverine's going to have to play clean.
Yeah, they really do. And like you said, the Wolverines are going to have to play clean. Stepping in the left-handed batter's box right now is Cole Frost, the center fielder. Lefty on lefty.
The other thing you're going to notice, their dugout will be loud the whole game.
Pitch is strike number 1 on Frost. Sometimes that is intimidating to a pitcher, but yeah, I think Costello can handle it, tune him out, and just, all you got to do is throw strikes, and it is what it is.
Well, and he's proven this year, like you said, being the ace for the Wolverines. He's kind of come out here and had to be the top starter, number 1 guy, and he's stepped up and done that throughout the year.
He really has. As that pitch is fouled off to the left, and it's 1-2 on Frost.
As we get ready here,
The 1-2.
got him.
Got him looking.
Great pitch by Costello to record his first strikeout of the night.
And the strikeout for the first out.
Good confidence builder.
Baseman Caden.
But now we're talking about, 2 and 3 are going to be some tough batters to get out here.
Correct. Yeah, it's not easy by any means.
No. Caden Canuck, the next one in the box, the first baseman. He looks at ball 1 high and outside.
Well, and right now, Canuck, the second leading hitter here at 397, almost hitting 400 on the year.
He swings it, fouled away. 1-1.
And really, only 11 strikeouts on the season. So really, a kid who's going to put the ball in play. And really had 2 home runs on the season, so got some pop too.
Pitch is above the belt, 2-1. 2-1 on Canuck. Walson shaded just into right center. Not
Just
much.
missed
3-1. 3 balls and a strike on Canuck. That pitch is inside. First walk given up by
And the walk will bring up the shortstop,
Costello.
Landon Frost.
Brings in Frost.
Frost leading hitter on this team. Like I said, only 6 strikeouts. It's been hit 8 times, only and 21 walks, but 4 home runs. So
Yeah, leads the team in that category, and I don't know where that one was at either. Ball 1. 1-0. Key here, don't get frustrated.
good.
Good try. As they throw over to first and chase Canuck back.
Good swipe by Lou over there.
1-0. Pitch is up high, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner on first, that's Canuck. Here's the 2-0. Lifted high on the infield. Gudgeon calls everybody off. Back pedals.
Makes play.
Lou was there.
Tracking it back. Nobody at first. They could have had a double play there.
Legend makes the grab for out number 2.
But that's a big batter to get out.
That is. That's a good out for the Wolverines. Brings in Kimball, the second baseman.
304 on the year. Does have 22 strikeouts and 19 walks. So here again, you don't need to be super close on this. You just need to stay around the strike zone.
Yeah.
Get one of those called.
Runner has his lead. Ball 1. Don't know where that's at. That's a tight zone. 1-0. Canuck has his lead. 2-0.
That one was. I'll give them that one was up, but
2 balls, no strikes. That's not a bad pitch. 3-0. Right around the belt. I don't get it. But 3-0 nonetheless on Kimball. As Costello steps off the mound. gathers himself. Sets, delivers. Strike number 1, as that's going to be a slow call. 3-1. Three balls and a strike. Strike 2.
Ooh.
Oh, watch. He thought he had ball 4.
Yep.
And
started to take off.
3-2. Almost put it there one more time if you're going to get it. The 3-2 by Costello with 2 outs. Pitch is outside. That's going to be a walk.
The walk to Kimball will bring up the right fielder, Peyton Reginald.
Brings in Reginald.
So 3 hitters have got home runs. Frost, Kanak, and Reginald's got 2 of them himself. So here again, you don't want to be too good, but you want to find a strike.
Yeah, you do. As Gudgeon comes in, gives a little bit of encouragement to Costello. Pitch is ball 1. Runners take their lead. The pitch. Swung and missed, strike 1.
Yeah, that's that outer edge for this left-handed batter, and you almost need to kind of keep it out there, but you got to find where the strike zone is.
The 1-1, there goes the runners.
Strike 2. Runner.
1 runner, sorry.
Stolen base for Knock.
1-2 on Reginald. Runners on the corners. The pitch. Swing and miss, strike 3. And that's going to end the inning for the Dons. They leave 2. Plate nobody. We'll go to the bottom of the first after this.
All right, back here in Dike for the bottom of the first. Wolverines Dons get a couple walks, but the Wolverines are able to work their way out of it with a couple strikeouts by Costello.
It was a good job by Costello to come back and get that last strikeout in the top of the first. It'll be Gudgeon, Meester, and Costello here to face Schmitz, bottom of the first inning.
Well, Gudgeon, we talked about it. He's part of that group that's hitting over 300 this year, 338.
Strike 1. Schmitz is 0-1 to Gudgeon. Outside, 1-1. A ball and a strike. The pitch. Down low.
Well, one of the things we talked about with this Wolverine team, you want to get to these pitchers and get them throwing some high numbers early.
The 2-1. He's going to lift one
Shortstop is out.
Landon
Makes
Frost makes the play at short.
The grab for out number 1. It'll bring up the shortstop, Colin Meester.
Brings in Meester.
Meester 348 on the year. Only 12 strikeouts. Or no, sorry, only 8 strikeouts. Done a good job of putting this ball in play.
Been hit by a couple pitches, I'm assuming.
Oh, a few.
Just a few. Schmitz's first pitch. Ball 1. Well, no.
Again, it's all about consistency.
It is. And you're going to see different umpires when you get into that, postseason. So you're going to have to adjust.
Yep. Well, and we talk about that every game, even JV to varsity, they flip, and so you got a different umpire behind the plate.
Mm-hmm.
So what you see during JV might not be the same as what you see during varsity.
The 1-1. Pitch is strike 2.
Oh.
I thought that was on the outer portion, but
That
1
was
and
in the
2.
left-handed batter's box.
It looked like it. The 1-2 to Meester.
In tight.
2-2. The 2-2. Schmitz's delivery.
Oh,
Swing
got
and
him with
miss,
the
strike
curve.
3.
The strikeout for out number 2. That'll bring up the pitcher, Carson Costello.
Brings in Costello.
Don's shift a little bit. Costello has that opposite way open.
Mm-hmm. Schmitz ready. Kicks and fires. Inside to Costello, 1-0. Schmitz again. Costello going to foul it away. 1-1.
Good piece of hitting there, fouling that one off. Gonna have to get a little bit more of it.
One and one. Schmitz's next pitch. He's going to lift one foul out of play. Watch out, kids.
We didn't see a lot of that during warm-ups. Not a lot of curves out of Schmitz during warm-ups, but he's thrown a couple of good ones here in this first inning.
Yeah, it has a really nice curveball that he throws. 1-2 with 2 outs, nobody on.
Shakes off his catcher.
Now nods and ready. Got him looking.
Threw that curve again.
Yep. So the Wolverines go down in order, and we'll go to the top of the second after this.
All right, as the throw goes down, we're back here for the top of the second inning. A 0-0 game, kind of what we expected a little bit, Brad, as a little bit of a pitcher's duel.
A little bit, but I think Schmitz has had the upper hand so far, only thrown 13 pitches in that first inning, where Costello's thrown 22. It'll be Salas, Schmitz, And Youngblood.
Sal was only a freshman here for this Don team. One of the only freshmen really who gets a lot. I mean, who from a batting standpoint.
Strike one.
And I think we'll look here for Costello to settle down and pound that strike zone here.
The 0-1. That gets away from McCumber. 1-1.
13 strikeouts on the season.
Strike two.
Good curve. Costello comes back with a little bit of a breaking pitch. Left it outside.
1-2. Costello's next delivery. In the dirt. 2-2. Costello ready. Kicks and fires. Full count.
Didn't have any break on that one.
Nope. Wanted it to, but it did not. The 3-2. Driven into right. Bolus on the run.
Can't make the play.
That's going to be a single.
First hit of the game for either team.
Single for Salas. That'll bring up the pitcher, David Schmitz.
Brings in Schmitz.
Schmitz, 254 on the year, 23 strikeouts, 20 walks.
Left-handed batter.
It's been hit 8 times.
A good lead by Salas over there at first.
Where's the bunt? Puts it down.
Dancer comes up with it, gloves it, makes the play for out number 1.
Good sacrifice bunt, but a good play by Dancer to come up with that play.
Yeah, really was. Brings in Youngblood. One out, runner on second. The catcher. Strike number 1. Oh and 1. That's driven into right. Bolus on the run.
Can't
That's
make
not
it.
going to make the play.
That one's going to get down. That one is, I don't know if that's going to score. Nope, they're going to hold him at third. Just a miss there by Salas. Maybe being freshman. A couple hits back-to-back here for the Dons.
Brings in Laver.
You couldn't quite tell if Bolus was going to get to it.
Yeah. Oh, we got time.
And we're going to have a courtesy runner. It's going to be number 5. That's going to be Ty Christensen, sophomore, running here for Youngblood, the catcher.
Courtesy runner will be Ty Christensen.
So the Dons are threatening here, top of the second inning. With 1 out. Infield in for the Wolverines. Strike number 1.
Lou moving all the outfielders, getting them in the right position here.
The 0-1. Strike 2.
Well, now you want this one to be not great, but not in the dirt.
No. Get him to chase something. The 0-2. Swing and miss, but
Blew it by
McCumber
him.
caught it.
Good pitch by Costello.
Number 2. That'll bring up the leadoff, Cole Frost.
Third strikeout.
Well,
Brings
here
in
comes
Frost.
He was a strikeout victim his first time up. Again, he's got now 25 on the year.
Infielders go back to normal
He
depth.
leads this team in strikeouts.
The first pitch. Curveball. Yikes, just misses. 1-0. 1-0 pitch. Swing and miss, strike one. Good pitch to come back on. 1-1. Costello's ready, delivers. Down
Just
low.
down.
2-1.
Good job of kind of moving the ball around a little bit and trying to find those strikes.
Costello's kicks and fires. Swing and miss, strike two, 2-2.
Well, and here you got a couple to work with. You don't want this one to be too good.
No. You want him to chase something.
See if you can get him to chase something out of the zone.
The 2-2. Just upstairs.
It's a good pitch, just didn't break for him.
No.
So with full count here.
3-2. Lifted into left.
Brock is back on it, makes the play.
Makes a good play. That's going to end the top of the second, but they strand two. We'll go to the bottom of the second after this.
All right, throw goes down, and we're ready for the bottom of the second. Wolverines able to get out of another jam there, Brad, with 2 on and 1 out.
Yeah.
Hold them to nothing.
Yeah, really good job by Costello not getting frustrated and coming back and striking that last batter out.
Well, Texter going to get a chance to start this one off here for the Wolverines against Schmitz.
Outfield deep. He's going to drive one foul.
Blue, good turn on one. Again, I think talked a little bit about this when we were off the air, but I think the Wolverines are going to have to take that first good pitch they see because Schmitz does a pretty good job of moving that curve around.
0-1. He's going to drive one the other way.
Okay, now we'll put him between the lines.
Yep.
But I think 0-2, you're probably going to see that curveball right here.
0-2 on Texter. Schmitz gives him the nod. Kicks and fires. That pitch is down low. 1-2.
Good eye by Texter.
Mm-hmm. A ball and 2 strikes. He's going to chop one to the second baseman. Makes the play. Out number 1.
The ground out to second. That'll bring out the right fielder, Keegan Bolus.
Brings in Bolus.
Couple rough balls in that first inning. Really, one that dropped short in front of him and one that got away that he just couldn't quite get to. But he's been aggressive up here and look to see if he can get right back on it here from the plate.
Bolus, one of those batters hitting over 300. Takes a pitch inside for ball 1.
Well, and looking at this lineup, you've got 3 seniors in this lineup regularly, but a lot of young guys around them.
That's inside. 2-0.
Next year will be definitely senior laden. You've got a lot of these juniors coming back, so looking for the Wolverines to put something together here. 2-0
on Bolus. Going to Chop one back to the pitcher.
I think he
Schmidt
really didn't swing fully at that one. So
Ground out for the second out. That'll bring up the center fielder, Micah Walston.
brings in Walston.
last of this stretch of lefties.
Yep.
Woo.
The first pitch to Walston. Strike one. Got some rain building off across I-35 off to the west.
We can stay out there till we get done.
The 0-1. Curveball. Strike two. Caught that outside corner. 0-2 on Walston. Walston swings and misses strike three, and that's going to end the second. We'll go to the top of the third after this.
All right, we are back here in Dike for the top of the third inning. Yep. Wolverines and Dons tied at 0. Wolverines still looking for their first hit of the night, Brad.
Yeah, kind of. They're putting the bat on the ball, but it's not, quite what they want. And it's right at somebody, so kind of see them, falling back into that. You hit the ball, but it's right at, the fielder. Costello's first pitch, driven off to the right.
Well, Canuck got on base his first time up and got all the way to. Is that Canuck?
It is.
Got all the way to third before he got stranded out there.
The 0-1.
Nice
strike two.
A good pitch right there by Costello to come back and get that second strike.
0-2 on Canuck. The pitch. Swing and miss, strike three.
And the strikeout for up number one.
Oh, Costello again. Came quick with it. Frost now again hit that one to right field over outside of Bolus there in the first. So need to be ready for this.
Yep. Outfield straightaway, deep. First pitch. Outside corner, strike one.
Well, I'll tell you, Brad, if Costello can get that curveball in for a strike, it's going to be tough to hit him tonight.
Bolus will be busy. The 0-1. Driven hard right at Dancer, knocks it down. Throws across the diamond in time to get him. Good play by Connor Dancer just to get a glove on it and knock it down. And he throws in time to get Frost.
Yep, that ball got on him so quick that even knocking down, picking it up, he was able to get him by a couple steps. So excellent job by Dancer knocking that one down and getting after it.
Brings in Kimball. The first pitch to Kimball. Swing and miss, strike one. Oh, and 1. Lifted high on the infield. Texture's going to go out. Gudgeon's going out. We're shaded by the. I think Texture makes the play in shallow right field. That go in order, and we'll go to the bottom of the third right after this.
All right, throw is down, and we're ready for the bottom of the third. Gerbrock, McCumber, and Dancer. Bottom three of the order coming up to start it for the Wolverines.
Yeah, Wolverines would like to get something started here in the bottom of the third inning. None better to get it started with a freshman here. Labor in on the grass. He's going to drive one into center. Center fielder's going back.
Yeah.
Makes the play for out number one. He hit it hard.
Yeah, gave it a ride, just first out.
Makes the play for out number one. That'll bring up the catcher.
Now, and Frost out there's that's a good ball player out
Yep,
there in
it
center.
is. Very
You're not
good.
going to fool him very often.
Nope.
But
Great.
again, it looks like the Wolverines being a little more aggressive when they come to the plate.
Brings in Cole McCumber. Schmitz's first pitch. Strike one. Oh and 1. Schmidt's long look at the catcher. Still a long look. Now gives him the nod. Curveball, strike two. Here it comes again. I got a feeling.
Yeah, I expect it to be. I'm just kind of trying to pick up
the 0-2 to McCumber.
Ooh, fastball.
Chop it foul.
Good job fighting it off by McCumber.
Live to see another one. The 0-2 from Schmitz. That
curveball hits McCumber. Catcher gets hit again.
McCumber hit by the pitch. That'll bring up the third baseman.
And we're going to have our first courtesy runner. I believe that's going to be Aiden Walston running for McCumber.
That is correct.
Aiden Walston.
Brings in Connor Dancer, who you said bats 310.
Yeah, he's worked his way. Struggled a little bit early in the year, but he's worked his way back up to a 310 average. So, again, looking to, put this ball in play and maybe get Walston to second before that happens.
Don't hit into a double, but double play, that means. Walston has his lead. Ooh, framed for a strike. I would say it was framed, but nonetheless, 0-1. They're going to chase Walston back. No balls and a strike on Dancer. The pitch. Dancer's going to lift one into right. Is that going to make the fence? Nope. The right fielder has room and makes the play in foul territory.
Second out here for the Wolverines. Brings up top of the order.
Play for out number two. That'll bring up the second baseman, Ryan Gudgeon.
Brings in the number one batter, Ryan Gudgeon. Flied out to short, his first time up to bat. Walston takes the lead. Canuck holding him on. The pitch. Gudgeon swings through that one. Strike one. Oh and 1. I'm going to chase Walston back one more time. Gudgeon looking to put it in play. On a hit. 0 and 1. Schmitz's next pitch. There goes Walston.
The throw is high.
Off. Walston has second.
An 0-2. 0-2 count here on Gudgeon. But if you're Gudgeon, you find a spot for this.
Yep.
Sneak one through. Left side, right side now open.
The 0-2. Gudgeon swings and misses strike 3. That's going to end the inning. Wolverines leave 1. We'll go to the top of the 4th after this.
All right, as the throw goes down, we're back here for the top of the 4th. Still 0-0. Wolverines still looking for that first hit, but did have a base runner last inning after McCumber got hit.
Yep, just squandered that opportunity.
Top of the 4th for the Dons, right fielder Peyton Reginald.
It'll be Reginald, Salas, and Schmitz. The first pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Costello ready. Not a bad spot for that.
Nope, good look, good nibble.
Just on the outside portion, low and away. 1 and 1. Costello's 1-1. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. 1 and 2 on Reginald. Swung and missed, strike 3.
The strikeout will bring up the DH, Tyler Salas.
5 strikeouts for Costello.
And Salas able to get on his first time up.
The first pitch to Salas from Costello. Strike 1. Oh and 1. Costello's next one. Poked into right.
Right at Bolus, though. Didn't have to run for that one.
No, he did not.
Brings up the pitcher, David Schmitz.
Brings in Schmitz.
Well, and we're going to have a quick conference on the mound as McCumber goes out, talk to Costello. Dance are going to join them. Making sure we got signs down right.
2 outs now. Schmitz, your batter.
Schmitz bunted the last time up.
He did. Pitch is high. Ball 1.
But he bunted to get that runner over.
Mm-hmm. To no prevail, though.
Yep.
Ooh, had him ducking out of the way for strike number 1.
Well, that's what we talked about last inning. If Costello gets that curveball working, he's tough to hit because you can't sit in there.
Throws it again. Inside. 2-1. 2 outs. Costello's next. Strike 2.
Now, one thing we've seen with hitters when they go up against Costello, they most of the time they like to hug that plate, try and make him throw that outer edge.
The 2-2. Curveball. Does not get the call, and we're going to have a full count.
Fooled everybody.
I think including the umpire.
Thank you for finishing that comment, Brad.
Foul or grounded?
Just foul.
Just foul.
Man, right down the line.
It was.
Dancer, though, a good job of getting over and covering it.
Just went foul at the last second.
Yeah.
Texter and Gudgeon. And to talk to Costello, a short chat. Swing and miss, strike 3. That's going to end the inning. They go down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th right after this.
All right, we're back here for the bottom of the 4th. Wolverines going to look to get it going with Meester. Schmitz on the mound for his 4th inning of work.
He's only thrown 33 pitches through 3 innings. It'll be Meester, Costello, and Texter. Strikeout victim his first time was Colin Meester.
First one up.
Ball 1. 1-0. The pitch. Gonna foul it off the mask. 1-1.
Little piece of it.
Yep. One and one. Schmitz delivery. Strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes. Schmitz gives him the nod. Curveball driven in the
Meester sat on it.
Right past the third baseman Laver.
It'll be the Wolverines' first hit of the night. But Meester just sat on that curve and then ripped it. Here again, Brad, I think now is the point where if you're Schmitz, you can't get. I mean, you and I are starting to call pitches up here based on what counts are. So you can't get telegraphic with those. So Wolverines will be able to hit it.
Meester a decent lead at first.
He's gonna step off. We haven't seen. I mean, he threw it Walston a couple times, but really haven't seen much of a pickoff move. There it is. Chase Meester back. Now, Brad, here's the other thing here. You got your third baseman in the dirt. Costello is capable of putting this bunt down.
That's going to hit Costello.
That'll hit him.
Right
that one got him solid. Yeah.
Yes, it did.
I don't know if that got his knee or his thigh or what, but he's going to get the chance to come off. significant chance he's going to have a runner, and that is going to be number 20. Is that Feeker?
Yes, it is.
Jacob Feeker going to run. Feeker's been doing a lot of running here for the Wolverines lately.
And we're going to have a short conversation by the head coach.
Costello is Jacob Feeker.
And there again, you want to make sure Costello it's that plant leg, so
Yeah.
it'd be a good time for Lou to find some grass or over the fence. Would be great. Find one you like and hit it hard.
Lou Texture, next one in the box. Schmitz takes a deep breath. The umpire drops the clicker.
As we are back and ready to go here. Now we're going to have, I'm not sure that Lou's the one that you think, now third baseman is in close.
They are.
If Meester can get a good jump, he could just take third.
Gonna chop her right at first baseman.
Hey, it's as good as a bunt.
Yep.
Lose both runners up.
Fielder's choice moves the runners.
Lou does his job.
That'll bring up the right fielder, Keegan Bowles.
Now, if you're bullish, you got to find some green. You get the Wolverines on the board here. But a great job of Lou ripping one down the line. Good play by the first baseman on a tough hop.
Good batter you want in the box if you want a base hit out of here.
No, just got to find some green
Yeah.
here. With Meester at third, he's got decent speed there, so. Good
Drive
lift.
one into right center. Frost on the run.
Makes the play.
Makes
Here
the
comes
play.
Meester. He fell
Meester.
down after he caught it. That's going to score
It's gonna
one for
play
sure.
One for sure.
They're going to leave Feeker at third, but a great sacrifice by Bolus.
Sac fly brings Meester in for the first Wolverine run.
First run of the game scored by the Wolverines.
Puts Costello that's Feeker at third.
Well, and that was the thing. Frost went to plan. We talked about this a little bit during warm-ups. We saw Bolus. It happened to Bolus. That outfield is a little bit slick,
Yep.
and you think you don't plant yourself square, you're going to fall, and that's exactly what happened to Frost in center.
It was.
He went to plant his feet, he slipped, and he had no throw.
Now batting, center fielder.
It was going to be tough to get Meester out
It
of home
was.
anyway, but Wolverines starting to put the bat on the ball here in this inning.
Brings in Walston. Pitch is high and outside.
Oh, now
Ball
you can
one.
see a little adjustment by Walston. He's a little bit closer to that plate than normal. Again, you want to try and take away that inside pitch.
Schmitz's next pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike one.
It looks like Costello going to be okay. So I can hear Levi Folkerts all the way up here.
The 1-1. Pitch is outside. 2-1. Two balls and a strike on the senior Walston. The 2-1.
In and up. 3-1 here.
Took something off of that pitch, it looks like. It looked like. The 3-1.
Nope. I'm going to walk Walston here. Jabrock coming up.
Bring up the left fielder, Gavin
First walk
Rock.
for Schmitz tonight.
Well, and here's going to be the interesting thing is how the Dons choose to play this because Walston runs well at first and Feeker at third. You wonder if they don't make an attempt here at Feeker being
Catcher.
the freshman.
The catcher, Youngblood, gives the sign.
And Jabrock coming in.
Labor even on with the bag. The first pitch.
They do throw down to third, but
That was
that
strike
is
number
a
one
strike.
on Jabrock.
Feeker back in easily.
Not a big lead,
No.
but nonetheless, that ball being wet, that could carry him off. Or a high throw could plate Feeker. The 0-1. No, and he's going to foul that one back. 0-2.
Yep, a little, again, you don't want to get down 0-2 watching that second strike. So
Nope.
had to take a hack at it.
In the back of your mind, that curveball should be coming.
Step off.
Yikes.
These guys,
0-2.
You can tell when the Wolverines are feeling good.
And
got
Brock
him.
strikes out on the inside pitch. But the Wolverines get 1, leave 2. We'll go to the top of the 5th after this.
All right, throw goes down, and we're back here for the top of the 5th. Wolverines do lead this one 1-0 after that run in the last inning.
It'll be 8-9 one-hitters for the Dons, Youngblood, Laver, and Frost.
Youngblood going to lead this one off. Costello, again, really, Brad, after that rough first couple innings, he's really bared down.
Fouled away. 0-1. The 0-1 to Youngblood. Chop to the second baseman, Gudgeon. Comes up with it, throws to Lou in time.
Good first out.
Out number 1.
Ground ball for the first out. Brings up the third baseman, Jaron Lauver.
Lauver, by percentage, the worst hitter on this team at 180. But only 13 strikeouts on the year, so.
The first pitch to Lauver. Curveball.
Ooh.
1-0.
Man, they let anybody in this place.
Waters back in here.
Waters and Buter.
2-0. The 2-0. Fouled away. Right at the plate. 2-1.
Yeah, might have got the shin of the umpire.
I'm going to come out and talk to Costello. Go a little bit of walk.
Yep, just kind of loosen it up. It's interesting. About the only time you see an umpire do that is if they got caught with one.
2-1 on Lauver. The pitch. Strike
Good
2.
pitch.
Kind of froze him.
Yep.
2-2. Driven into left. Jabrak on the run. Does he make the play?
Makes the play.
He does make the out. Good job by Jabrak.
A great chase down of that ball. We lost it behind the dugout. Had to look for the umpire. Well, and here comes top of the order here for the Dons. A strikeout and a fly out.
Boy, they really do let everybody in.
I told you, they let everybody back in here.
Brings in Frost. With 2 outs, the first pitch, curveball high and out. 1-0. 2-0.
Well, and here we start the third time through this Don order, where we always talk about it with pitchers.
Fouled away. 2-1. 2-1 on Frost. That's driven off to the left. Out of play. 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Nobody on. The 2-2. Swung and missed, strike three. That's going to end the fifth for the Dons. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth right after this.
All right, we are back here in Dike for the bottom of the sixth, or bottom of the fifth. I'm trying to add innings here, get out of here a little quicker. But Wolverines lead this one 1-0. McCumber, who got hit his first time up, going to lead it off for the Wolverines.
Yep, it'll be the 8-9 one-hitters for the Wolverines. McCumber, Dancer, and Gudgeon. Schmidt's still on the hill. Gives Youngblood the nod. And throws ball one to McCumber.
We talked about it. McCumber has been a good hitter. He gets hit a lot more than.
Framed. Strike number one. 1-1. A ball and a strike to McCumber. And that's strike two on the curveball. 1-2.
Looking for Cole here. Get himself on base.
Curveball misses outside. 2-2. McCumber's going to drive one in the
good
hole.
Ball.
That's going to be a base hit for Cole McCumber.
McCumber with the second hit for the Wolverines.
That'll bring up the third baseman, Connor Dancer.
Brings up
We
Dancer.
are going to have Walston in to run again for McCumber.
Aiden Walston, the courtesy runner.
And Dancer going to come up here.
Flied out to the right fielder.
Third baseman in on the grass. Quick move first. Walston is back. We've seen Dancer hit the ball pretty hard lately. Another move to Walston. Levi Folkerts.
Not even going to say anything.
It's Levi. I'll say it.
Schmidt's yet to deliver to Dancer. Now he does. Squares, bunts, foul.
Ooh. That would have been a tough play, too. Dancer does run well. I think that one just flipped back there to into the box.
Yep, a little backspin on that. As the third baseman, Laver, gives the bat back to Dancer. 0-1. Now he's way in on the grass.
Yep. Moved him in quite a bit.
Walston takes his lead. Canuck holding him on. The pitch. Ball 1.
Youngblood fakes the throw down to first. That's a dangerous play with Walston's speed at first base.
1-1 now.
If that one gets into the outfield, he's going to 3.
The pitch. He's going to drive one out of play.
Fouled off. Good break by Walston, too.
1-2.
Yeah, here again, Brad, it's interesting. There's been a couple times that we've had the runner take off with 1 strike already on the batter and don't have a choice. You really have to swing at it.
However, goes back to even with the bag at third. The 1-2. They chase Walston back one more time.
I'm telling you, once you hear it, you can't unhear it.
1-2 on Dancer. The pitch. He's going to drive one
Tattoos one over the center fielder. Got him.
Got him, and that's
Walston's going to get on his horse.
And nope.
They're going to hold him at third.
Boy.
Man, a great ball by Dancer.
We'll bring up the leadoff second baseman, Ryan Gudgeon.
I'll tell you, Brad, that Dancer just hit that one over Frost, and Frost playing in a little bit. But Dancer, we talked about it. Dancer's been hitting the ball hard for about the last 2 weeks.
So, Wolverines have runners on the second and third. I was about ready to say the corners.
Here comes Gudgeon. Gudgeon likes to push the ball the other way. If he can get one to that side, you can get one in here.
First pitch. Gudgeon's going to lift one foul off to the right, down in the count.
Well, I'll tell you, Brad, that's exactly, if you watch Gudgeon swing, that's all he's trying to do is hit one to right field.
Mm-hmm.
If he can get one to right, you're getting one in for sure.
Now we're going to have a little conversation between Youngblood and Schmitz.
Yep, and I'm wondering if Youngblood's not telling Schmitz to keep it on the inside, because that outside pitch, Gudgeon can just push over that way.
Well, keeps it on the inside, drive one through short and third.
Yep.
Could plate 2. Schmitz's next pitch. Ball 1.
Good eye there by Gudgeon.
Yep. One and one.
Ball up.
2-1 on Gudgeon.
Well, and slowly but surely, the Wolverines are getting Schmitz to throw more pitches.
2-1. Yes, they are. Schmitz gives Youngblood the nod, and time called at the plate by Gudgeon.
Good time by Gudgeon. There again, this is something the Wolverines haven't done very much of tonight, is breaking the pitcher's concentration by calling that time quick.
Schmitz's next pitch. That's
in on
tight.
Gudgeon. 3-1 to Gudgeon, with Meester, who collected the Wolverines' first hit, up next.
Nobody out. Runners take their lead. Schmitz's next pitch. That's in tight, and that's going to be a walk.
Well, it's going to load the bases with nobody out.
Walk loads the bases.
And Colin Meester coming up.
Second walk given up by Schmitz through 4 innings.
But now you got the bases full of Wolverines. This Don's team is in tight.
Looking to
with Meester up, a lot of holes to hit it through if you can get a hold of it.
That pitch is down low. Ball 1.
Well, and Brad, we talked about this is where if you're on the mound, you have to. We're going to have time quick, but you have got to block it out because you know that dugout's going to start chirping.
Do we make a switch or not? Keep an eye out.
Yep, he is. So that will be it for Schmitz. And it looks like, I'm not sure, is that the Shortstop. Who started at short for the Dons?
Frost, Landon.
We don't know for sure.
Maybe we want to
see if we get him to turn around.
Yep. No, it's not Frost.
Frost
is bigger
There's
than that.
1, 3. It's not 1 or 3 or 15.
See if you can yell it. I don't know. Maybe Scott can see that. Is it Kimball from?
Where did Kimball start?
Second.
I think. Yep, it probably is Kimball. If we get it, what's his number? 12. Yep, this is Kimball, I think. So Kimball on the year, he's got 13 appearances, 6 starts, 4-1 on the year. He's got 1 save. He does have 33 strikeouts, and he's given up 17 hits, and he's walked 19 batters, hit 5. So here again, this is another pitcher here for.
Schmitz will move to third, Lauver over to second.
Say another pitcher here that it gets usually one of their top 4, gets a lot of starts by record. He's number 2. But Brad, throws the ball well. Teams don't hit very well against him, so we'll see if the Wolverines can put something together. He threw a week ago, was his last outing, and he threw 75 during that outing. So, but he's going to see Meester first with the bases loaded and a 1-0 count on Colin Meester.
Kimball's first pitch to Meester. Strike 1.
So 1-1 here. Meester looking to put something in play.
Good. I mean, he had to look at 1. The 1-1. He's going to lift one. Oh, that's going to shallow.
Oh.
Makes the play. The left
fielder kind of held up as the shortstop. Frost started to go out and then peeled off, and left fielder had to come on a sprint.
Delagardelle with the nice play.
But still only the first out.
That'll bring up the pitcher, Carson Costello.
Brings in Costello.
Here again, if you're Costello, you got to get a fly ball here to the outfield.
Yep.
Or a ground ball through, because you got all the infielders in. You got a lot of holes. Hit it hard, and it'll sneak through there.
The first pitch. Down in the dirt. Ball 1. Walston on third. Dancer on second. Gudgeon on first. The pitch. That's down low. Doesn't get away far enough.
Nope. Walston didn't have a chance. That thing just trickled barely behind the dirt. But 2-0 to Costello. Dangerous hitter here for the Wolverines.
Outfield deep. Cole Frost shaded just into right center.
Costello gets an outside one. He can put it into left center.
2-0. The pitch. Fouls that one away. 2-1.
Good one to take a cut at.
Two balls and a strike. It's inside. 3-1. Well, you're going to have to put something over the plate. Otherwise, you're going to walk a run in.
Yep. Yeah, this is not a spot where you want to be.
Going to drive one right at the shortstop.
Everybody's back. Boy. Everybody back safe. Great play by Frost, though, at short. And Costello hit it hard.
He did.
Right where Frost could get a hand on it.
Brings in Texter.
Right here. Wolverine's going to look to get one across here.
Everybody goes back normal. Kimball's first pitch. Ball up to Lou. Boy, that was blistered to the shortstop, Landon Frost, and just a reaction because, I think he just threw his glove up and it hit it.
Yeah, not much else he could do there.
Lou's going to foul that one off. 1-1. 1-1 to Texter. Gonna chop a high one. Wow.
But a good play there by
That would
Schmitz.
be, yep. That's going to end the inning. Wolverine strand 2 or strand 3, and we will go to the top of the 6th after this.
All right, throw goes down, and we're back here for the top of the 6th. Wolverines still lead this one 1-0, but Brad, as we've talked about, stranded 3, three bases loaded with nobody out and don't get any across.
Has to be a little frustrating for the Wolverines, but nonetheless, you go to the top of the 6th, and you're going to face Canuck, Landon Frost, and Kimball. Driven off to the right.
Well, and this is a big inning here for the Wolverines because this is the meat of that Don's order.
Yep.
Wolverines going to have the middle to back half of their order coming up next inning.
0-1. Right center. That's going to fall in front of Walston. That's going to be a base hit. Walston gets it in quickly.
Single for Canuck will bring up the shortstop, Landon Frost.
Well, and this is where it gets dangerous. If you're Costello, you can't throw anything too good.
Nope.
You know you've thrown quite a few pitches here tonight, and we'll see how long Coach Martin wants to go with him.
Costello becomes set. The pitch. Strike 1. On Frost.
Well, Brad, this is where the chess match starts. Do you fire that ball? You get that ball in there right away, or are they aggressive?
Just above the belt, 1-1.
Good pitch. Haven't seen Canuck get really much of a lead here. A little bit, but not.
A ball and a strike. Now he has a good lead. Driven hard through the hole. That's going to be another base hit.
Well, and that's a couple hard hits here, so
Single for Frost.
looks like we're going to have
That'll bring up the pitcher, Andrew
oh, no,
Kimball.
ball, yep, Coach Martin going to come out. We're going to have quick time here.
I think Lou's going to come in and throw a couple.
There again, they put a couple good shots here on the ball on Costello, and third time through an order against a good team, that's always going to be tough.
No, just a short conversation.
But like you said, getting into this heart of the order for the Dons, you got to be careful.
Yes, you do.
All right, Costello going to stay. We'll see how much longer Coach Martin leaves him.
So about 77 pitches.
So really not too many.
No.
Now batting for the Dons, pitcher Andrew Kimball.
Kimball in the box. Nobody out.
Lou going to come in.
Costello ready. The pitch. Oh, he went around. Yes, he did. Strike number 1. 0-1. Costello's next pitch. Driven into right. That could score a run. Glove by Bolus. Gets
Runner's
it in quick.
coming home. Gudgeon, throw.
Not into. Ooh.
Oh.
I don't know about that.
I didn't think he got to the plate.
I don't think so either.
I
But
thought McCumber had it blocked really well. But they're going to give him the run.
RBI single for Kimball. That'll bring up the right fielder, Peyton Reginald.
so runners on second and third.
Bolus, a good job of getting that one back in. Just the relay pretty close, and I thought McCumber blocked it, but we couldn't really see the plate. Must have snuck that hand in.
Brings in Reginald. Infield in. Costello's next pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike one. Reginald is strikeout victim both times he's been up to bat. Costello with 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, 5 hits.
And that's going to hit him.
Reginald hit by the pitch.
Not something you wanted to do.
That will bring up the DH, Tyler Salas.
Salas 1 for 2. Bases full of downs, nobody out. Here in the top of the 6th. Grounded. Under the glove of Meester. That's going to plate 2.
Walston to throw to third. Did not get him, and Salas going to move up. And I'm going to guess that's it for Costello, but maybe not.
Makes it 3-1.
Well, and that's the dangers of playing in. We talked about that, Brad, that if Costello's at normal depth, that's an out.
Yeah.
And we're going to have, looks like we're going to have a substitution here. Number 5. Christensen going to come in and run for, was that Salas?
Yeah, the DH.
Okay. That's why the conversation. So Wolverines trailing this one 3-1. Looms large that you get the bases loaded and no outs and don't get one across.
It really does.
And I don't know what's going on here. What the coach for Don Bosco is adamantly talking to the umpire about.
Still talking. I mean, I have no idea. Now it's cleared up. Costello's going to stay in. He's going to face Schmitz with nobody out. Runners on second and third.
Now batting for the Dons, third baseman David Schmitz.
Costello ready. The pitch. Strike one. Oh, and 1.
Got him on attempted suicide squeeze, and he missed it.
On the attempted squeeze, runners out for the first out.
Runner moves from second to third.
And we have an 0-2 count here on Schmitz.
Out number 1. Infield in. Swung and
got
threw
him.
It. Yes, he did.
Tried to hold up and could not.
Brings in Youngblood.
Comes Youngblood.
8 strikeouts now.
Runner at third. Wolverines trail this one 3-1.
The pitch. Lifted high off to the right. Strike number 1. Oh and 1 on Youngblood. The next one, fouled away again.
Oh, quickly up 0-2.
Oh and 2 on the catcher, Youngblood. The pitch, driven right to Gudgeon at second, makes the play for out number 3. But the Dons score 3, lead 3-1. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th after this.
All right, throw is down, and we're ready here for the bottom of the 6th. Wolverines need to come back here, starting with Bolus.
Yep, they're down 3-1.
Leading off the bottom
It'll be
of the
Bolus,
6th for the
Walston, and
Wolverines,
Jabrock.
right fielder Keegan Bolus.
Kimball on the hill. The first pitch to Bolus. Strike 1. Oh and 1.
Bolus defensive swing there.
Yep.
Fouls it off, but
Looked like he had that curveball in on the hands of Bolus. Oh and 2. Kimball's next pitch. Outside. 1 and 2. Pitches. Makes it 2 and 2. Two on Keegan Bolus. The pitch. Swung and missed. Strike 3.
Strikeout for out number 1.
First strikeout by Kimball. Brings in Walston. Outfield straight away. The pitch.
oh,
Went golfing.
yep. Couldn't decide if you wanted to swing or not, and then kind of took a late swing at it.
0 and 1. The next pitch by Kimball. Fouled away. Walston's down 0 and 2 quickly. A lot of commotion over at the softball diamond.
Yep.
0 and 2 on Micah Walston. Kimball's pitch. Chopped.
Foul.
Foul.
Walston hangs in there.
Walston's 0-2. Ground to the third baseman. Fires across the diamond. In time.
Made the scoop.
Good play by Schmitz over there to get out number 2.
That'll bring up the left fielder, Gavin Jabrock.
2 down. Jabrock looking to kind of extend this inning here for the Wolverines.
Underneath the arms. Ball 1.
Yeah, he's not our catcher. You can't hit him.
Nope. Looks like the softball game's tied at 5.
Okay.
Curveball misses low and away.
Lot of movement on that one. That thing breaks off pretty good for him.
2-0 on Jabrock. That pitch is right down Broadway.
Probably the best pitch he'll see.
Yep. 2-1. The next pitch by Kimball. Lifted high on the infield, shallow.
Frost
underneath
off.
of it and makes the play for out number 3. That'll end the 6th. We'll go to the top of the 7th after this.
All right, throw down here, and we're back for the top of the 7th. Wolverines trail 3-1. Costello back on the mound, Brad, for another inning.
Yeah, he has to shut these guys down in order for the Wolverines to have a chance here.
Well, 9-1-2, not going to be an easy task.
No, it's not.
Second baseman, Jaron Lawver.
Be Lawver, Frost, Cole Frost, and Knock. .87 pitches unofficially, thrown by Costello. Fouled away. Strike 1. 0-1. Costello's next pitch.
Oh, curveball that did not curve. Stayed right over his head.
Yes, it did. 1-1. The pitch. Fouled away again. 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes to Lawver. Grounded hard in the hole. Base hit.
Well, and right now, that's about the 3rd time they've hit him hard. And that is going to be Coach Martin out, and that is going to probably be it for Costello here.
7 hits, scattered out by the Dons. Yep, Texter's going in.
Texter going to come in, so we'll have Lou on the mound. Haven't seen Lou on the mound in a while.
We'll move.
It's just going to be probably Costello to first, right?
So it's just going to be a little flip-flop.
Yep, we'll move Lou to first and Lou to pitch the mound, and Costello will come to first. But like we said, we haven't seen Lou pitch since
A long
is that
time.
the second Denver game?
Yeah, and there he wasn't feeling great either.
No.
I think he only threw 30.
Yeah, he only went an inning plus on that one, but you could tell his arm was bothering him. So,
But he has the meat of the order coming in.
well, and we talk, Lou will throw hard, and he's going to throw differently than Costello. So, a different arm angle and different throw here. Just got to find the strike zone right away. All right. Texter warmed up.
Pitch for the Wolverines, Lou Texter. Costello will move to first base. And at bat for the Dons, center fielder Cole
Be
Frost.
Cole Frost. First one to face Texter here. Dancer in on the grass at first.
And
that's gonna
first pitch is
plunk
going to
him.
hit Frost in the back.
Second hit batter.
Frost hit by the pitch. That'll bring up first baseman Caden Canuck.
They're going to go check on him. Coach going to go check on him here quick.
Runners on first and second now. Nobody out. Sounds like softball's down quickly now, 9-5 with one out.
Duh. Well, Texter, first pitch hits Frost. We'll see what here. Pitch number 2.
Down low, ball 1. Swung on and missed, strike 1. 1-1. That softball game is in the top of the 7th inning. Wolverines down 9-5. Across the way, Wolverines down 3-1 here. Pitch doesn't. That gets away. Everybody's going to move up 90 feet. 2-1. Two balls and a strike on Canuck. Lou kicks and fires. Driven off to the right. Foul. 2-2. The 2-2 by Texter is coming. Good stop by McCumber. Makes it 3-2.
Dancer going to come in and talk to Lou real quick. Just making sure we know what's going on as runners at second and third.
3-2. The kick, the delivery. Swung and missed, strike 3.
Good
Out
pitch
number
by
1.
Texter.
Strikeout number 1.
Will bring up the
Brings in Landon Frost. This will be a big out if we get it.
And they're going to walk Frost. I wondered if that wasn't coming.
Ooh, Frost doesn't look very happy about that, but nonetheless. So they intentionally walk Frost.
Will bring up the pitcher, Andrew Kimball.
So
One out, bases loaded.
Dancer, the only one in on the grass. Kimball gets strike one from Texter. Oh and 1. The next pitch.
Ooh.
Yikes, I don't know where that one was at.
Good
but
pitch.
That's a 1-1 count now. Getting dark. The 1-1 by Lou. Down low, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Bases full of Dons. Lou's next pitch. Strike 2.
It's a great pitch there by Lou. Not much different than the one before, but just enough to put it back in the strike zone.
Pulls the count even at 2. Chopped right in oh, that's foul ball.
Fouled it off himself, I think. Everybody hopped, though.
Wheels are really falling off on that softball game.
What is it now?
11-5.
It's another team, though. That Don Bosco team's another very good softball team.
Yes, it is.
Every year they've got a great team, so.
We'll see a 2-2 do-over to Kimball from Lou Texter. The kick, the fire. Upstairs, 3-2.
Well, no place to put him here.
Nope. Three and 2. 1 out.
Got him.
Got him looking, and he's not happy with that one.
He thought he was walking, but.
Good. That umpire's walking right back at him.
That'll bring up the right fielder, Peyton Reginald.
It was a great pitch by Lou. There again, tried to buy a walk out of it, and
did not.
Was not getting that.
Swung and
Fouled
missed.
off. Fouled off, dead ball. Keeps the runners there. I think it went off McCumber's shoulder.
Reginald, your batter. Lou kicks and delivers. Swung and missed, strike 2. The 0-2. Not a bad pitch.
Nope, see if you can get him chase.
1 and 2. Got plenty to work with here. The 1-2.
Good
Swing
pitch.
and miss, strike 3. And the Dons leave them full, but we'll go to the bottom of the 7th right after this.
Throw is down, Brad, and here we go for the bottom of the 7th. Wolverines down to their last 3 outs. It will be Macomber, Dancer, and Gudgeon.
Macomber looking to get something started. He got it started in the 5th inning.
Catcher, senior Cole McCumber.
Kimball. His first pitch. Strike 1. Curveball misses, low and away. 1-1. The pitch. Strike 2. One and 2 on Macomber. Down low, 2-2.
Check and say he must said he didn't swing, but I can't see the umpire behind the dugout,
No.
so the fact Macomber's still up there must have been a no swing.
2-2.
Up high.
3-2 now on Macomber. Just gotta
Gonna have to have some base runners here.
pick a good one out. Kimball kicks and fires. Oh, and Macomber thought he had himself a walk.
Yep, he had thrown that bat, but strike 3 is going to be the first out.
Will bring up
Out number 1.
third baseman Connor Dancer.
It's okay. Brings in Dancer. Doubled his last time up to bat.
Yeah, hit the ball hard.
Ball 1. 1-0. Kimball's next pitch.
Low.
2-0 on Dancer. Kimball kicks and fires.
Big curve.
3-0.
Stayed out, stayed in. Dancer set. Ball 4. Dancer thought it was a strike. Oh, my.
4-pitch walk
Will bring up
to
the
Dancer.
leadoff. Second baseman Ryan
Brings in
Gudgeon.
Gudgeon.
Don's going to come together and chat quick. Dancer stepped out like that was a strike. He was ready to
did.
keep hitting.
But nonetheless, it's the umpire's call.
You know, 1 out, Gudgeon coming up. Dancer on first. Gudgeon right here. Need a base hit. Need any way on, I should say.
Dancer, a good lead at first. Canuck holding him on. Fouls that one away.
Good cut by Gudgeon.
0-1. Dancer has his lead at first. The pitch. Swung and missed, strike 2.
Well, now you can be a little defensive if you're Gudgeon.
Yep.
Here again, right now, Wolverines just need base runners.
0-2. Kimball's 0-2 delivery to Gudgeon. Swung and missed, strike 3. Out number 2.
The strikeout for
Strikeout number 3 for Kimball.
brings up the shortstop.
Oh, and if you're Meester here, you just got to get on base. Right now, you need base runners.
Yep.
If you start thinking you need to hit it out, then you're going to swing through stuff. And just got to get yourself on anyway.
Dancer has a lead. The pitch. Meester fouls it away. Oh and 1. Kimball's delivery. Upstairs, 1-1.
One of the things that's tough to do is get Meester to chase a bad pitch.
Yeah.
You might get him on something, but you won't get him to chase something too bad, something bad.
The 1-1. He's just going to chop that one foul past Martin. He's down in the count, 1-2.
Well, and right here, you might see that curve again.
Yep. 1-2, 2 outs, 1 on. Campbell's pitch. Strike 3.
Called strike 3.
Yep.
To end the game.
And the strikeout.
Out
Well,
number 3.
Brad, that's going to end the game here. Wolverines lose this one 3-1. I will tell you, though, it was a good battle by the Wolverines tonight.
It was. They really put up a good fight against these Don Bosco Dons. Probably right at the top of their conference in the Iowa Star. But they put up a heck of a fight, hit the ball hard when they needed to.
Well, and they're a team. I mean, and we've seen this out of the Wolverines. You as long as you keep it close, you stay close, and then if you have one good inning, you have a chance to take that win, and that's what they did tonight. But I think if you ask Coach Martin, obviously a few missed things. We can think of a couple innings where they had the one where they had the base loaded with no outs, got nothing across.
Yep.
But on the other side of that, Don's had runners at second and third, first 2 innings, and the Wolverines got out of it without giving up anything.
Yeah, and that goes on Costello's shoulders, and he did a fabulous job getting the Wolverines out of that. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, we talked about kind of being his comeback game after a rough outing, and I thought he played an excellent game. I thought he threw a great game. Don's hit the ball, for 1 inning, really put some hits up, and other than that, I thought Costello really played well. The Wolverines played well as a whole.
Yeah, they really did. They looked sharp. Almost credit that to that game against Ackley, getting their confidence back up, and that's just sometimes how the ball game goes, and you can't do nothing about that.
Nope. Well, and as we said, this is our last regular season stream of the year. We will let you know. We'll get it out probably on Facebook, on the school's site, on Twitter. We'll let you know what's going on and how you can, if you can't make it to Rolling Story next week, how you can listen to the game at least. In our case, Brad, would love to have something back here one more time. Give these seniors one more night here in the ballpark.
Yeah, exactly right. I would love to have one more night here. But our thanks to Tom Texter, the PA announcer, Shane Metz, the scoreboard keeper in the varsity game, Jim Folkers does the scoreboard in the JV game. My thanks to you, Joe, for getting all your stats every night for these ball games, getting the stream up and going. Chad Bixby, Travis Kiewit making everything possible for us. Cody and Eichmeyer and Justin Stockdale. Can't say enough. So
yeah, and honestly, the support we have around here for not only the stream, but again, keeping us in the know of what's going on and what we can do. We've been really blessed here. The whole time we've done this. I mean, really, that COVID year was a tough year for us. Obviously, getting in and out, and as many games as they put together. But you and I have been doing it for finishing 4-year regular seasons now. We've seen a lot. A couple trips to state. Seen the guys play well. Seen them struggle a little bit. But honestly, this is always a fun time, and we get such great support from everybody around us. As you said, and again, without the guys that you talked about, without everybody you mentioned, we don't get to do what we do.
No.
We don't get to be here. Brad, I want to thank you again for another year. Thanks for not leaving me other than one night this year at a doubleheader. But, it's good. It's what we do. We enjoy doing it.
We really do.
And, again, hopefully we'll be back on at some point yet this year. Wolverine's going to have to probably get a couple wins before we're able to do that.
Yeah.
But, obviously we would love to we'd love to be able to bring that to you if we're capable. Here after next week. But, Osage on Wednesday, and to finish out the regular season, then postseason play.
Yeah, and to the Wolverines' credit, go out and get that win at Osage, go out and end the season well, and then go into that postseason on some sort of streak, a winning streak of one, but nonetheless, that's a confidence booster. Don't know who we're going to see or who's going to be throwing at Osage nonetheless on Wednesday, but great opportunity for the Wolverines for another win.
Yeah, and I think this team has done well. I don't want to say peaked because really they've had streaks throughout the year. Not really peaking at the right time, but you see a lot of solid shots. Connor Dancer tonight with that shot over the center fielder for a double, and just those are the things that you see these guys as they continue to grow and continue to build this season, and that's why we have a lot of hopes for what's to come yet this year.
That's for sure. We've seen a lot of young players step up, talking about Jabrock on the mound and that kind of stuff. I mean, it's just the future for the Wolverines getting better by the game.
Yeah, and again, Brad, four regular seasons in, we've seen a little bit of everything. I think we've called a little bit of everything. Craziness from both sides of the ball. So, again, hopefully, folks will be able to get with you here over postseason. And like I said, we'll take advantage of the stream for Roland Story for those two games down there. Again, we'll try and get that out as soon as we know what it'll be on. We'll let you guys know. But then, again, if we can get another one in, great. If we don't, it's been a great season, and we've loved what we've been able to do with these guys.
Yeah, exactly right. Hats off to the four seniors, Jacob Wood, Cole McCumber, Ryan Gudgeon, Micah Walston. Best of luck to you guys in your future plans.
And I want to thank, again, we always do mention this. I want to thank Coach Martin and the whole coaching staff because they make it possible for us to talk to these guys during the JV games or after games, and I think it adds. It helps them because you get some guys who aren't used to being interviewed to have to do an interview, and then Coach Martin with his win, lose, draw, whatever, he's always willing to talk with us and willing to have that conversation, which is not always a fun thing to do as a head coach.
No.
But I appreciate all the help he's given us, all the access he's given us. He really allows us to do a lot with these guys, and these four seniors. You said, Brad, these four seniors are going to be very much missed. They've been a great group of kids here in all athletics, not just baseball, but they're going to leave quite a legacy here at D&H.
They really are. I mean, part of two state tournament teams, and nonetheless, and a lot of good ball games. Both on the losing side and winning side. So, hats off to you guys.
Yep, and that's all I've got, Brad. Again, if we don't get a chance to see everybody again, we appreciate all the support throughout the year. We know that if we have an opportunity, we'll get that funded and we'll be able to bring you Wolverine baseball. But again, Wolverines dropped this one 3-1. A tough game against a very tough opponent, but an excellent job this year by the Wolverines. Going to fall to 13-11, but Brad, honestly, they've played some really good teams this year.
They really have, and they just come up short on the short end of the stick. And we talk about the arm situation, and sometimes you got to throw somebody that you not used to throwing. I mean, talk about a Colin Meester in a Williamsburg game, but there you're talking about a team that lacking arms, lacking pitching. And, did a good job. Just came out, 10-run in that game, but nonetheless.
Well, and I think to your point, and you just mentioned something that made me think this. That's the one thing about this group that I think we've been able to say year after year, and it's kind of the culture here at D&H, is you have kids that are willing to do whatever it takes. They'll throw a game when they haven't thrown in 4 years. They'll play a position they're not used to playing. They'll take an at-bat when they haven't had an at-bat all season.
Oh, yeah.
And they'll step in and they'll work. They'll do their best. They'll get after it. That's something I think is a culture here at D&H. It's something that I love about all the programs, and it's something that, honestly, it's refreshing to see.
It really is, and you said it the best, Joe. So, anyway, for Joe Huck, this is Brad Eichenberg. We thank you guys for joining us all year, putting up with us. Nonetheless, Wolverines come out on their last homestand here, 3-1. Up short to Don Bosco. Have a good night, and we'll wish the Wolverine baseball team best of luck in their next two games. As for now, talk to you guys later.